Hey guys, right here I have a 2015 Mazda 2 sedan. And today I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features inside and out. So here is the key fob. Let's go ahead and start it up first. The Mazda 2 does come standard with Mazda's version of a smart keyless entry and start system. So, just have the key fob on yourself. The car is currently unlocked. Press this black button to lock the car. And to unlock the car, simply press the black button again. With that smart keyless entry comes keyless start. So, to start, make sure the key fob is inside the car. Put your foot on the brake and press the start button to the left of the steering wheel. The 4th generation Mazda 2 comes with an electric rack and pinion power steering system. For the Malaysian market, a leather-wrapped steering wheel with sport grips at the 10 and 2 o'clock positions is standard. Malaysian market Mazda 2s are only available with a 6-speed SkyActiv-Drive automatic transmission. While in drive, shifting the gear lever over to the right activates the manual shifting mode. Pull down to upshift and push up to downshift. Manual shifting is also available via the pedal shifters mounted behind the top 2 steering wheel spokes. The left pedal downshifts while the right pedal upshifts. Shifting into reverse activates the rear parking sensors as well as a reverse camera that shows up on a 7-inch infotainment display. There is also a sport mode activated by a toggle switch located below the gear lever. The sport mode makes the throttle more responsive and the drive more engaging. Safety features of the Mazda 2 vehicles bound for Malaysia includes 2 airbags, anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist, dynamic stability control, an alarm system with immobilizer, and ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the rear seats. As usual, let's turn on the hazards, lights, front and rear fog lights, take a look at the engine, and roll down the driver's side window. "16-inch 5 twin-spoke alloy rims with a two-tone finish wrapped in Dunlop and are safe EC300 Plus are standard for the Malaysian market. The brakes are ventilated discs in front and solid discs at the back. For the suspension, the front gets McPherson struts while the rear gets a torsion beam setup. For the Japanese market, Mazda has been selling the Mazda Demio since 1996. The first generation, or the DW generation, was on sale between 1996 and 2002. The first generation was known as the Mazda 1.5 outside Japan. For the second or DY generation onwards, Mazda used the Mazda 2 name outside of Japan while retaining the Daimyo name for the local market. The third generation is known as the DE generation, and it was with this generation that Mazda decided to return to the usual super mini body style rather than the tall hatchback body styles of the first two generations. The fourth generation, or the DJ generation Mazda 2 or Daimyo, was introduced in 2014. The current Mazda 2 is also known as the Scion IA for the United States market, the Toyota Yaris Sedan for the Canadian market, and the Toyota Yaris R for some Central and South American markets. Under the bonnet of the Malaysian market, Mazda 2 is Mazda's 1.5-litre SkyActiv-G engine. This engine displaces 1,496 cubic centimeters, and it does have a dual overhead cams, 16 valves, naturally aspirated inline-4 layout with variable valve timing and direct injection. This engine produces 114 horsepower at 6,000 rpm and 148 Nm of torque at 4,000 rpm. With a 44-litre fuel tank, combined fuel consumption is around 5.2 liters per 100 kilometers. The Mazda 2 is front-wheel drive. The 2015 Mazda 2 made its Malaysian debut in January of this year. The 2 in Malaysia is imported from Thailand as a completely built-up unit with 2 body styles available and a single spec level. The 2 body styles are either a 5-door hatchback or a 4-door saloon, the latter is sold as the 2 sedan. Equipment levels and prices are the same between both variants, so it is a matter of choice whether buyers would want a hatch or a boot. A sports body kit is also available for those who want a sportier look to their Mazda 2. Exterior features of the Mazda 2 sedan includes halogen reflector headlights, halogen daytime running lights, front and rear fog lights, rear parking sensors, indicators on the side mirrors, and body-colored door handles and side mirrors. You do have your speaker down there, together with a bottle holder and a bit of storage. And right up here you do have your mirror controls, window lock, and your window controls. Only the driver's side is fully automatic in both directions. Right down here you do have the lever to adjust the level of the headlight. Right here you have the button to turn off your i-stop system. And right here you have the button to turn off your vehicle stability control. Right down here you have the button to open up your boot, as well as the lever to release your fuel flap right next to the bonnet release lever. The front passenger seat in this Mazda 2 does get full manual adjustments. This lever controls your seat back. This lever controls your seat height. And this bar down here controls your seat position. Alright. So let's go ahead and see how she revs. The Mazda 2 does come standard with a single zone automatic climate control system with all of your controls located down here. It is quite simple to use. You do have your fan speed in the middle together with your recirculation, temperature to the left with your air conditioning, and your different modes to the right with your rear defrost. Your front defrost is located right here. Down below you do have your CD player. It is MP3 compatible, eject button for the CD player, and you also do have a power outlet, a couple of USB ports, your auxiliary port, and I believe this is your SD card slot for the navigation system. And not to mention, you also do have a bit of storage. The Mazda 2 in Malaysia comes as standard with the MZD Connect head unit that features a 7-inch color touchscreen LCD display, the commander control knob, various media connectivity options, and 6 speakers for the sound system. I must say, for stock sound system, the speakers in the Mazda 2 do sound quite decent. The display right above can actually be controlled two ways. When the car is stationary, the touchscreen function becomes available, but if you do not want to use the touchscreen, You can use the set of controls down here, which includes this knob that goes up, down, left, right, scrolls to the left, scrolls to the right, and clicks down for enter. You also do have your media, navigation, and home shortcut buttons, as well as your volume and power knob right here. You also do have your favorite and return buttons as well. The touchscreen function is actually disabled when the car is moving, so there is a bit of safety right there. Let's start with the menu that's on the far left, and that is your applications. Right here you can view your fuel economy monitor, bring up a row of menus just by pressing this button. You can go back to the previous menu, go to the next menu, reset the system, and bring up a list of settings. Your maintenance information, warning guidance, next up we do have your entertainment, and right here we are in your main Bluetooth audio streaming menu with your current song playing information. You do have the title, artist, album, song duration, and if you do have an album art present, it will show up right there. If you hit this button, it brings up your list of different media options. You do have FM, AM, Bluetooth audio streaming, USB, auxiliary, CD, as well as a couple of online apps such as AHA and Stitcher. Right here you can bring up your different folders, shuffle, repeat, play, pause, go back a song, go forward a song, bring up your sound system settings with your bass treble, balance and fader, speed, volume, and turning on or off the beep when you touch the display. Next up we do have communication, and right here you can look at your favorite numbers, contacts, call history, dial a number, read your SMS, access your communication settings, navigation. This car isn't equipped with navigation, but like it says, you can purchase an SD card which slots into the appropriate slot, so you can have your navigation right here. But even though the navigation is not active, it still shows you your latitude, longitude, and elevation down below. And right here we do have your system settings with your brightness, active driving display, turning the display off, and just displaying the time, your automatic day-night mode, brightness, contrast, resetting the display settings back to factory settings and all that, your safety settings, sound settings, clock settings, vehicle settings, devices, system settings with your language, temperature, units, factory reset, and under vehicle settings you can set your locks, lights, and all that. And that's about it. As shown earlier, a pretty interesting heads-up display on this kind of car. Power folding mirrors, on the steering wheel, nothing on the right spoke since this car is not equipped with cruise control, but on the left spoke you do have your volume controls, seat track buttons, your voice control, your on-hook off-hook buttons for the Bluetooth telephone system, and this info button right here, or buttons if you will, actually control the multi-information display located within the instrument cluster. Right now you do have your range, average speed, current fuel consumption, average fuel consumption, and back to your range. Within that display right above, you do have your outside temperature, and down below you do have your fuel gauge. In the middle, you do have your digital speedometer as well as your rev counter, and to the left, you do have your gear position and mileage. If you hit this button right above, you can actually cycle between your mileage, trip A and trip B. On the right stalk, you do have your light and indicator controls. And on the left stalk, you do have your wiper controls. The steering wheel in this car is tilt and telescopic. You adjust it using this lever right here. You do have a couple of cup holders right here, a bit of storage for the rear. Manual dimming, rear view mirror. And right above you do have your interior lights. Sun visor for the driver's side does get a vanity mirror. Alright, so I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now. And continue with the rest of the tour. I did not set the driver's seat in a position that I would feel comfortable in. It is actually further forward than I would want to, but then with it in a position that I would feel comfortable in, I guess I would still get quite a lot of leg room and room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. As for headroom, I get about this much. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. You do get a single storage pocket on the front passenger seat back. No rear center armrest for this one. But you do get grip handles on the ceiling with hooks for both sides. Your interior light right above. There are 3 ways to pop the boot lid open. There is the button inside the cabin as shown earlier on, there is a touchpad below the Mazda badge on the boot lid itself, and there is also a button on the key fob. Boot space in the Mazda 2 sedan is 410 liters with the rear seat backs in place. For additional boot space, pull the 2 levers on either sides of the boot next to the boot hinges to fold the rear seat backs down. You do have adjustable headrests, front and rear. The front passenger seat does get full manual adjustments as well. It just loses out on the height adjustment as found on the driver's side. On the door panel, you do have your speaker down there together with a bottle holder and a bit of storage. And right up here, you do have your window control. Quite a big glove box. Grip handle for the front passenger, and the front passenger's sun visor does get a vanity mirror as well. You actually do have an aircon vent hidden right here. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2015 Mazda 2 sedan. Thanks for watching and goodbye.